Hello from the other side. No.
Welcome to episode 13 on Friday. Friday, the episode 13.
Is it the 13th?
Oh, it's the 14th. But
Yeah.
it's the 13th episode on a Friday, so maybe that's why I'm having a bad day. I'm having like a fucking bad day.
I think it's because of the blood moon.
Planets.
The planets. And also Mercury apparently is going in retrograde. Someone at work told me that today. And they're going through it. And I'm like, I'm having a good week. Like, can we just
You should. Why is Mercury always in retrograde? Mercury needs to stop looking back. Move on.
Look towards the future.
Look toward the future. Stop being so focused on the past.
For
Stop
real.
retrograding. Move on. Mercury needs
Stop
to move
retrograding.
on.
Lucky number 13 of Should We Leave? Welcome back to our little podcast about two best friends in their early 30s, just tired and truly just always wanting to leave and be home on the couch. Can anyone relate?
This week on said couch, Daniel is confirmed a horrible identifier of age and somehow thought the actor that plays Lucius Malfoy was in his mid-20s when they filmed. What do you mean?
And Luisa should be facing federal charges for the crime that is her computer desktop, like serious jail time. We also discuss some current and upcoming music we're obsessed with. Yeah.
And Daniel does his best Alan Cumming impression. Murder and the Traitors. All that and much more pink couch discussion on episode 13 of Should We Leave? Like, follow, 5 stars, and subscribe on YouTube. Enjoy!
Why is it always in retrograde?
I don't know.
Or do we just make that up because we're like, I'm not liking.
I think it's because I don't know.
She needs to move on though.
But it's just now starting, and the retrograde usually happens for like 20-something days. So don't sign any documents.
Don't sign any bills.
No, like don't get into any contracts.
Oh shit.
But it's also like a
a lot of contracts this month.
It's also like a reflect. I don't know. I'm not an I know the tip of the iceberg when it comes.
Yeah. I don't know even the basics, but I do know that I had a really bad day. But it's funny because I woke up this morning and I texted Daniel. I got my coffee. It was nice out.
You were feeling it.
I was feeling it. I texted Daniel being like, I am in such a good mood today. Like nothing can drag me down and I can't wait to see you later and I can't wait to pod. 10 hours later, I text him. I'm like, oh, I'm so pissed. He's like, what happened?
I know. You like 20 minutes before you were supposed to be here. I was like, oh my God.
What happened? You know what did happen though is when I texted you in the morning, it was like work hadn't touched me yet. Mm-hmm. It's like I hadn't even opened my laptop yet. And I was like, nothing can get me. And then I open my laptop and I get one annoying message and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my reality.
Yeah. No one can bring you down.
Except for my coworkers who are condescending and rude to me.
Do you want me to bleep that out?
No. Send it. So yeah, I'm just frustrated with work, but I'm trying not to let it ruin my life because it's not my life.
Ruin your time.
On Earth.
Yeah.
So I was just like pissed off today.
But other than that, what's going on? I haven't seen you
Well,
in
I
like
was
2
in Florida.
weeks. You were being
I was in your hometown.
You were, which is so weird, by the way, that's like even a thing.
Where did you go to school? High school?
I went to a private Christian school.
Oh my God.
It was called First Baptist Academy. Look it up.
It was called First Ladies. It was called Women and Women First.
Women. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing now, but apparently it's like
okay, because
really...
I drove by the like Naples Middle School, Naples High School, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if Daniel went there.
No, if I was gonna go to one, I was gonna go to this one called.
You're like, no, if I was poor, I was gonna go to.
I didn't go. Okay, I didn't pay for private school.
Who
my dad
paid
worked.
for
My
it?
dad worked at that church, so it was like a benefit for him.
Okay, that's like when somebody's parent works at a college and they get to like have no tuition.
Yeah,
got it.
So
okay,
I thought I was rich. Like growing up, I thought I was just like rich. I was like, I'm going to a private school. Like I live in Naples, Florida. Like my friends drive brand new cars. Like I'm
dude,
rich.
I didn't know that about your childhood. That
and
like
Naples is rich.
Is it? Okay.
Naples
so you
is
grew
like
up in
one
like
of the
a
richest little cities. I thought.
I just think of Florida as like just tumbleweeds and like horrific people
in Disney World
with one tooth, just like
okay, that's like Central Florida. Like the coasts are like the coastal elite.
Ooh.
But Florida, but you still have that Florida
Okay,
garbage
so you grew up around like really rich people, wealthy people.
Right, I did.
Yeah, so did I. Naples is beautiful.
But apparently it's like
you grew up there.
overcrowded now.
It's a lot of old white people.
Yeah. Which your parents fall into.
Which including my family. My parents are just like living their best life. My dad golfs every day. My mom just like does whatever she wants.
What a life.
Oh, it's so nice. And I like had to come back here and like get yelled at
yeah.
You know? So it was really nice being there. And like my nephew is so funny and it was just such a nice break. And then you come back and it smacks you in the face like that you're at work again.
Yeah.
And then I came,
You were off that whole time?
No, I worked for a good amount of it. And then I was off for like 5 work days, maybe even just 4. But and then I came back, I got back to New York, opened my laptop on the first day of work, and it just won't turn on.
I know, you called me in a panic.
I was like, what am I
like,
gonna
what
do?
do I do? And I was like, did you try restarting
it?
it?
You're like, is it charged? I'm like, bitch, this is not a 90-year-old at the Genius Bar. I'm not Barbara.
But sometimes you do act
bar.
like you have no idea how
That's
technology
true.
works.
That's true. Because sometimes I don't. In terms of like organization, I had to share my screen today with somebody and they were like, oh my God. They were like horrified. I was like, ooh, you weren't supposed to see that.
Sorry.
It's just a fucking...
How do you work like that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm like bad at my job. I don't know.
You just do your little files and then they just live.
They live
in
wherever they
the
land.
Universe somewhere.
I don't check before I save something. I don't check where it's gonna go.
Really?
Whoa.
Oh my God. In college, we were taught a certain way to save files.
No, nobody ever taught me.
When I was learning video editing and it was like...
Well, I didn't study any of that shit.
You didn't study anything?
I didn't study anything. So no, I was actually really good at school. But I didn't study any like media stuff. So I have coworkers who will like set up my projects and be like, all right, so here you're going to put your exports. Here you're going to put your this, your that.
I set up your projects for this.
And my coworker did the same thing that you did. And I was like, where are you all learning this secret information? Mm-hmm. He's like, here's your assembly. You're going to label the clips you like in Mango. I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
So I just never learned that. And I've been functioning as this just wildfire. Like, I'm just not organized. But yeah, I had to share my screen today. And the person was like, I was like, sorry. So fun. It's very vulnerable to share your screen.
It is. Did we say welcome back to Should We Leave? You did.
Yeah, I said, well, this is episode 13. Welcome back to Should We Leave?
Welcome back to episode 13 of Should We Leave? Thank you so much for listening.
And thank you for joining. It's Friday.
It's
episode
Friday.
13. It's
The
March 14th.
sun-
Oh, it's Pie Day.
It is.
It's Friday. It's Pie Day.
The sun
It's
doesn't
my
set till after
day.
7.
Bitch! When the sun doesn't set till after 7, I'm like, should I rip my shirt off? Like, I'm gonna rip my...
Literally...
I'm gonna throw a car.
It changes the trajectory of your
My life. No, I'm different.
Like, it for sure. Okay, but the first couple days of the daylight savings thing, I could not get out of this. I was like, why am I so tired right now? But now, I'm like, look at this. Normally, when we would be filming during the winter, it is pitch dark at 4:30.
It would be like midnight outside
right
now. It's actually, we're in the 6 p.m.s right now.
Right.
We're in the 6s. Like, that's crazy. I don't want to turn around because I have a really weird thing coming.
It's like so nice.
So nice. It gives you
Like,
a reason
it makes
to
me
like
feel
go
like
on.
Summer is almost here.
And you know what? Summer always comes, and thank God.
And the
but
joy
like
comes
going
in
to
the
Naples
morning.
was such
Summer?
a good
Was it
taste
summer
of
there?
Summer.
You looked like you were having a good summer Kalani time.
I did. I posted a thirst trap.
I did.
Did you
I
see?
saw it.
I
liked
did.
it.
I did.
I did.
I've never done that before, but I did.
I was like, she looks good.
Yeah, I have like a 6-pack
Her little
that I'm working
abs?
on. I'm working on a
Cutie.
6-pack, but you know.
Sorry.
Here's the thing, like you
No
can't
lips in a 6-pack.
You can't be a woman and post anything though. Like normally I post.
What happened?
Just the comments are horrific.
People were commenting on it?
Someone said I just soft launched into my shorts. It's like or no, somebody said I just hard launched into my shorts.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Hard launch,
Yeah.
into my shorts because I posted being like, oh, hard launching. Then I'm on vacation, and someone
That's
goes,
so
hard
funny.
launching. I just hard launched into my shorts, and it's like it's not even like a faceless, nameless profile. It's like a guy with like a name and photos of like him and his girlfriend. I'm like, why are you commenting? Like people just will comment whatever.
Anything. They think it's private.
You're either if you post a hot picture, you're gonna get crazy comments. If you post an ugly picture, you're going to get crazy comments. If you post an opinion, like you just can't post as a woman specifically.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Josh
so
was
funny.
going through the comments today and was like, who are these people talking to?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. He's like, oh, I assumed you knew these people. I'm like, I don't know them. There's someone who commented being like, oh, good, you're in Florida. Spend a lot of money. Like, the economy, we need it. And it's like, who are you?
Oh.
I mean, I'll take the engagement, but it is just like the audacity of men.
The audacity.
Let me post a thirst trap.
That's so funny. It's only because you have a lot of followers.
Right. Which is like, it's fine.
And they're like, I would assume that they're followers for comedy.
Yes.
A lot of it for comedy.
Because that's all I really I don't ever post.
But I think that's good that you posted that. One picture you did post that I loved was the picture of the cart at Publix with all the Publix subs. I was like, this is porn.
No, like boat day Sammy's.
That is the best thing. When you go there and you're already in your like swim,
yes,
like, ready to go. Like,
yes, and it was like 8:30 a.m. Boat leaves at 9:30. Like we picked up all the sandwiches that we had ordered the night before, filled the basket.
Oh my god, chips, soda, everything.
Chips, soda,
yum,
lemonade, lollipops, lukewarm water. Just like everything that you need.
What is your sandwich though? I bet you, can I guess?
Yeah.
It's probably like bread, cheese, and mayonnaise.
Okay, I don't like mayonnaise. But it's
but no meat.
No meat, obviously.
What did you get? Just vegetables and cheese?
So I do hummus.
Okay.
American cheese. Oopsies.
Oopsie.
I'm
Got
a vegan. I'm a vegan. I would get hummus, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, extra pickles.
It's like a veggie wrap
like
on a bun.
Yeah, but on a wrap.
Oh, you get it on a wrap? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's fake. That doesn't count as a lunch day Sammy. Like, it's not a Sammy, it's on a wrap.
Really?
You need to get the like white bread.
Sub?
It's not called it's not a sub wrap, it's a wrap.
Well, it's a wrap.
Right, but you bought it from the deli.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna get a Publix sub like a normal person.
Shoot, like if it's gonna be a pub sub.
Pub sub.
Oh, I didn't get a single one.
You didn't. You failed. My pub sub, 2 options. I get, sorry for the vegans, I get chicken fingers.
You're like, I get a live chicken.
I get a live
covered on a live cow. They're screaming bloody murder.
I get chicken fingers and like honey mustard and mayonnaise with like cheddar cheese.
I mean, yum.
And like maybe bacon.
I mean, I can appreciate that even as a vegan. I mean, I'm not a vegan, but even as a vegetarian.
That's one.
Okay, yum.
The other one I will do, it'd be like an Italian sub, like the pepperoni,
the
Luciani.
The Luciani. Yeah.
And then just like mayonnaise, always mayonnaise and mustard, but they have like the best submarine sauce. You know that? It's like the oil and vinegar like mixture.
Yeah.
You probably get it on yours because that would be good with all the vegetables.
Yeah.
But you're plain.
I'm plain. So
She's
I get
plain.
no
Like salt is
sauce.
spicy for you.
I get no sauce. I actually, one day, speaking of spicy, I got a little touch of Chipotle mayo and I like almost went to the hospital. I was like, is there an ambulance nearby? And the good thing is there always is because people be dropping dead in Florida.
Yeah. Florida is wild.
That's where people go to die.
I haven't been back to Naples in so long.
It's beautiful.
Like
so nice.
So long, like probably like 10, 12, 13 years.
Do you feel like weird thinking about it? Like, do you get nostalgic and weird thinking about it?
I don't get weird thinking about it. When I moved from Naples, I moved to Tallahassee, Florida. And that's like, was my like, I was leaving the house going to college. Mm-hmm. So it never was like I was leaving because my dad moved away later on.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of moved around, right?
Right.
Like, I've never.
So like I closed my Naples chapter.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is done. Like, I don't think I'll ever be back here again.
Mm-hmm.
And like, also like, not to be morbid, but that's like where my mom died. Mm-hmm. So I don't really go back there.
It's okay to leave it behind,
it's
kind
like,
of.
we don't need to go
Yes.
back there.
Makes a lot of
just
sense.
because there's nothing, like I don't have any family
Nothing for you there anymore.
Yeah.
Besides like.
I do want to see my old house though.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see just drive by it because that's where I grew up. Like I lived there.
Were your parents together?
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents were
Never not together.
Never
okay.
not together.
Okay.
And then yeah.
See, like, I don't know. I think I have such a weird attachment to things. Like, I'm always, I'm very attached to physical places and physical things and like the past. And I don't know if it's because I've always I was born in, and my parents still live in that same house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I don't know, I'm really attached to my hometown in a way that's definitely like sick.
But you still have a house there.
But it's the same house.
It's the same house. So like that, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I think for me, there was just like a lot of like big chapters that happened all at once. So like, and my dad sold the house. So it's like, what am I going to do? You know,
You had to like deal with it.
I had already dealt with it before my mom died. I'm going to college. Let's go Knowles, Florida State.
Yep.
That's good for
Yep,
another
yep,
Florida
yep.
State first down, Zaxby Sack Cam, like ready to go.
Yeah.
And I was like living my life. That's where I came out. Like we already talked about that. But then like my mom died my first semester of my freshman year. So it was just like, and I think it was a lot harder for my brothers because
They're younger, right?
they're both younger.
So they were
like
home.
they were home. And then just like, but like I want to go back. Like maybe I'll go back with you someday.
Yeah, you should. You
Like
should
I need to
come.
go to the Cape with you. I need to go
You need
to
to come to
Naples
all
with
my
you,
parents' vacation
all the homes.
houses.
I want to see your dad water the pavement.
Yeah.
I just want to be there.
Mhm. No, you will.
Maybe this summer.
Yeah, come to the Cape this summer.
We'll do a Cape
We'll do a
podcast
Cape-
episode.
Yes, we'll do it
Episode.
from the Cape for sure. It's so nice and so fun. Wait, so what have you been up to?
So it worked out because you were gone and then we were gone
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. But I went home for my nephew's first birthday.
You have a 1-year-old nephew?
Yeah, my nephew from my youngest brother,
Not Ben.
not Ben, Jonathan.
So I'd never have met Jonathan.
Yeah,
Got
he's
it.
the youngest, and he's married and has a child. Wow. And I was like, "This is crazy, Kalani."
That's crazy, Kalani.
But I also didn't realize that he was like with his now wife, Kennedy, for
So
like
long.
8 or 9 years before they got married.
Yeah, which
So
is
they've been together so long.
I think about that sometimes. Like, if I ever get into a relationship, I'm not gonna have time, and if I want to have kids with that person, I'm not gonna have the That's such a luxury,
Right.
To be with somebody child-free, carefree, not married, just like living your life. That is such a luxury, but it's also like being single is such a luxury too. You know, it's just a different way of living. But yeah, I think that's like nice in some ways that they got to have all that time, and then they throw a kid into it, and it's like, wow,
Right.
shit is getting real.
And
But where were you? Were you in Georgia?
yeah, so I fly into Atlanta. My dad lives in this little city about an hour and a half north called Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Okay.
And so I just like made a quick trip. I'm like trying to be like an uncle.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
like
the best thing to be.
And it's like I have another niece and a nephew from my stepsister. And I love them, but it's like different when it's
not
your
blood.
brother.
yeah. People say Theo like looks like me.
Right.
You know?
Jackson looks like my dad and looks like my brother. It's like weird.
Yeah. And they change so fast too. He's 1, right?
He's 1. I saw him at Christmas or Thanksgiving, and he's like humongous.
They
now.
change in 1 week. They learn a whole new set of skills, language. Like it's so crazy how fast
He's like
they
crawling.
change.
He's about to start walking.
Yeah.
But it was so cute. I went without Stevie because Stevie had to work. And my dad was like, "You seem so lost without Stevie." Like, and I was like, "Well,
Does your dad like him? That's cute. That's like a cute thing to say.
It
I
is."
think.
And I was like, I like, because my brother had some of his friends there, and they were staying at a different house, and so I was just like there with my
Like twiddling your
stepmom
thumbs, like,
and
what the
my
fuck
dad,
do I do?
and I would normally have Stevie, but it was just like I missed him.
Yeah. You guys have really
there.
become like
I think.
a thing. Like
Yeah.
you've been together for so long. I feel like you've reached the point where you are seamlessly a part of each other's lives, and you sort of like seamlessly operate as one like entity, which is nice.
Yeah, it was just weird.
At least that's what it looks like to
Yeah.
me. I don't know. I'm not
No, that's true.
like you're a family now,
We are, and we have our
and
daughter.
you have a baby. Yeah.
Which I should do a puppy check.
I was just gonna say we should do a Lucy check. She's big.
And here we are with the Lucy check.
She's so big.
Say
I wish
hi,
we had
Lucy.
Ringo with us too.
Ringo's. So this is Lucy.
Oh my god. She's
She
beautiful.
Is now 10, almost 11 weeks.
And how many pounds do you know?
I
She's-
want to say like 8.
She weighs more than Maisie, and Maisie's 7.
They gave me the weight in kilograms, and I was
Okay,
like,
well, this
what
is not
the fuck?
this is not the
3
King's
kilograms?
English.
Like what the fuck?
What do you?
This isn't a metric fucking
This
system.
is not the New York City.
Lucy, do you have anything to say, baby? You were sleeping and I woke you up.
She is a beautiful dog, don't you think?
She is. I love her.
Like, she's actually stunning. I have one more thing about Naples. We got, like, Mexican food is my favorite.
Okay.
Like queso. I mean, I have the word queso tattooed in my mouth. Like, I just live for that shit. And I have this theory that, like, this is random and not related to my vacation, but I feel like people who get fajitas at a Mexican restaurant have like daddy issues. Like, if you get fajitas, you have daddy issues because you need that much.
They want to show off.
It comes out like the whole restaurant turns around and the person is like, oh my god, they're like, I'm shy.
Like, oh my god, I ordered the most expensive thing.
Not even expensive, but it's loud.
Yeah.
And it's like smoky and sizzling, and everyone looks at you and they're like my sister does it every time, and she's like, stop, I'm shy. Like, as if she's like, no pictures, please. And it's like, what is wrong with you?
I can't be seen.
I can't be seen like this.
Do you want to know something that they do to that might like rock your world?
Like what? Do they torch it?
So I heard that that's like all a show, and they just like heat up the black thing so hot, and then
that makes it better.
And then they put water on it. They spray it, and it like evaporates really quick, and that's what creates all the smoke.
So you're telling me they
That's
could
what I
bring
heard.
fajitas out on a normal plate
Sorry.
and not cause a scene?
Yeah,
but they do it on purpose.
the sizzling fajitas.
See, here's the thing. I almost
Where were you at? Chili's?
No, it was like tacos and tequila or something. I don't know. But the thing is, I am too embarrassed to get fajitas. Like, even if I wanted them, I'd be like, I'm not going to make a commotion. But people who order fajitas don't give a fuck. And they say, this is my birthday party.
I want a fajita.
And I want fajitas, and I want everyone to look at me as they come out.
Yeah.
And
Pay
it's just,
attention
it's
to
such
me.
a show. It's such a, fajitas are, it's dinner and a show, you know?
And daddy issues. Dinner, a show, and daddy issues.
Yeah, what if you want fajitas, but you don't want all that attention?
You ask them to not do the show. Just be like, don't put
not an
put
option.
the water on the skillet,
option.
and just like let me have my like demure, quiet
Yeah,
fajitas.
you can't.
They can't do it. So one of the things that we did while we were when I was in Georgia is, so like my brother had like his big group of friends come. It was like kind of like a little reunion of sorts for them. They all met there, and it happened to be on my nephew's birthday. So I had to watch the Traitors finale by myself because I got there that Thursday. And I was really bummed because I watched the whole thing with Stevie, and like we were texting the entire time during it.
Yeah.
We like started at the same time. And my brother watched it, whatever. So fast forward, me and my brothers, we always do like this big head family cup.
Oh, you told me this.
So we didn't do that this time because there was too much going on, but we still like found time to like play games, and we played the Traitors. So we did it with all his friends. He had like 6 or 7 friends.
That's so fun.
And they were all in this like big clubhouse, like on this like big farm. It's like gorgeous.
Were there animals on the farm?
No,
Okay.
not that I know of.
That would have been so fun for me.
And so I was Alan Cumming.
No way.
Yeah, so
That's perfect.
I was like, I'm gonna be the host, and so we just played it like heads up, like the mafia way.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we would
yeah.
close your eyes, and I like went around and like found the Traitors music on Spotify. There's a playlist. I was like blasting it through this like
That's
Sonos
so
system,
fun.
and I was like walking around. I was doing the Traitors.
Traitors.
Who's going to murder? I can't
Reveal yourself.
my traitors.
What does he say when they? Are you a traitor or
Are
a
you
faithful?
faithful? The time for talk is over.
He's over. You were doing that there. That's so
I was trying to do it. I
funny.
couldn't do it, but I was like making it a whole production.
I love that. That's a game I would be down to play.
It's so fun. It was
Yeah.
like so fun. And obviously there wasn't like challenges or anything that people could do. So it was like a little bit harder. They just had to go off of like feeling, like why would I have
Yes.
chosen you to be a traitor, like and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it was good. So we did 3 rounds. One of the rounds I like sat in as a player. And of course they picked me to be a traitor. But when I'm telling you, I cannot be a traitor. If
No,
I
I
ever go
couldn't
on this
either.
show, I
No.
couldn't do it because
Which we will go on the show, by the way. Because
we will. We
we're gonna
will.
be rich and famous. Yeah.
I was laughing like as soon. So how we did it is like if you got the Joker card, you like looked and you were the traitor.
Yeah. You're like You're like the Tom Sandoval.
Yeah,
of
literally,
Traitors.
they pull the blindfolds off, and I was like, just started laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
They're like, I think it's you.
And I murdered my brother first.
Okay.
And everyone was like, it must have been Daniel, da da da. And I was like trying to come up with good excuses. I was like, there's no way it was me. Like, that's so obvious.
You
that
pull a Danielle and you're like, I swear on my grandkids. Oh, yeah. Shaking.
But it was so
fun.
Like,
I have
you couldn't
not
be
watched,
a traitor?
No, I couldn't be a traitor.
You
Because
still haven't watched the finale?
No, I watched the finale, but not the reunion. But I heard the reunion was kind of boring.
Yeah, whatever.
I could not be a traitor because I would overthink everything that I did. I'd be like, was that too much? Or was that not enough? Like, was that weird? I just couldn't do it. It's not for me.
So Stevie and I, after that season was over, we watched the first season of Traitors UK.
Oh.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
It's normal people, and it's in the
See,
same
I
castle.
like when it's celebrities, though. That's the thing.
But with the normal people too, they like want the money.
Oh, they need the money more than
They like want the money, and it's so interesting. Like, what they like actually trying to do these challenges. Like, you can tell in the celebrity one, they don't give a about the money. They're like $100,000.
They're just like,
they're like, what?
What do you
like,
mean?
what do you mean? I would recommend it. It is like so bad. And
It's like more intense.
This one guy is like the traitor, and he's writing so hard that he's a faithful, like lying bold face into these people's.
I couldn't do
and
it.
like making the best of friends, and they were like, "I know you aren't a traitor. I know
you're
a traitor."
faithful.
And I'm like, I don't know if I could do it.
No.
He would be in his confessionals being like, I have to do this like for my family. I have to win this money.
He has because they're way more motivated by the money, not just by like.
They should take the money aspect out of the
celebrity
one.
I guess.
Like,
it's kind of stupid, but
do it so like you're winning something for charity or like another shield or something.
Didn't they each split 100,000? So they each get 25,000 with taxes. They probably get nothing.
Like 10,000.
So it's like doesn't really matter. But I will say I am down bad for Dylan Efron. Oh my God. He is so cute. He's like,
I think it's because you're watching all that content too of him too after the fact, right?
Yes.
Because you get to
And
see
it's
way
like,
more of his personality.
Your daddy's home, and I'm like, ooh.
Yes, Dylan Efron.
He's really cute.
And Zac Efron.
I'm not into Zach as much, but
okay,
I'm
well,
really
I'll have him and you have
into
Dylan.
Yeah.
He has a girlfriend though. It's
no,
confirmed.
Devastating. Remember when you were like, he has a child and a wife? I'm like, you
Who gave me that information?
Spewing bullshit.
Who gave me that information? Because it is
That's
wrong.
crazy. Did you watch, okay, this is another thing I wanted to bring up. Did you watch Love is Blind this season?
No, it was too much.
Okay, so it was kind of a boring season. The one notable thing that I wanted to talk about was they're in the pods, right? And this girl is like, it's really important to me that my partner is like very liberal, very open. What are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter? And by the way, this was filmed in Minnesota where the George Floyd incident
I've been there.
happened.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, I don't really care either way. Like I don't like to get involved in that stuff. Which first of all, pause.
Yeah.
Excuse me? So she ends up saying yes to him anyways and gets engaged to this guy. And it's like, after he said that, after she had this whole, like, it's really important to me that he's accepting, my sister's a lesbian, he needs to be, like, in with the LGBTQ community, like, da-da-da-da. Okay, he says he doesn't really care about Black Lives Matter either way. Crazy thing to say. She gets engaged to him anyways. They have this whole, like, couple weeks where they just, like, oh, are we going to get married? Are we not? Whatever. She gets to the altar, and it's like, do you want to marry him? And she's like, I can't. Because she's like, he's just not, like, liberal enough. And it's like, why did you go through the whole experiment when he told you in the pods?
I don't understand. I feel like they forced them to get to the altar to have that, like, big moment, like the producers.
Why? Yeah, like,
you know,
she went to church with him. She talked to him about she tried to get him to, like, talk about things more with her, and he just couldn't. But in the end, she was, like, pointed to the Black Lives Matter thing as the reason she couldn't do it.
There's so many red flags that these people ignore in these shows.
Yeah.
They're like, and I think, I don't want to say it's because they're, like, so desperate for somebody, but I also think now because you get famous off of these shows by being on them, like that plays into it too.
True.
And they're like, if I'm on camera for as long as possible and I like have this storyline and I get to the altar, then I'll be that girl.
I go on and the guy's like, I hate women, and I'm like, I will marry you.
Yeah.
Just to like get a following. I'm like, just to get money and a following.
So it's like a little tainted now.
Totally.
The show at the beginning, like,
was so pure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, after I finished watching Love Island, the All Stars, I was like, I can't do one of these dating shows for a while.
This season was boring.
Yeah. And they're like putting out so many
That
seasons of Love is
shocked
Blind.
me because I was like, he said that day one, and you.
Yeah, but also him too.
And also fuck him. You should not like fuck him. Obviously, that goes without saying. You shouldn't have. If that's gonna be the reason at the end, it's like you knew that from day one. Why did you take us through this whole thing? And also like
airtime.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. I'm like, you just wasted my time.
Airtime.
So I would like to know people's thoughts on that because I thought that was insane.
Let us know. Comment below. I'm the only one other than my brother that comments on.
No, and sometimes Stevie and sometimes me.
Oh yeah. No, but like on YouTube, we just have Ben.
Oh shit!
I love him.
I need to look at our YouTube.
Do you even watch the podcast?
I do
on Spotify. Yeah.
On like 7 speed.
And speaking of Spotify, on 7 speed.
I'm just kidding. No, that doesn't exist.
Speaking of Spotify, make sure you give us 5 stars. We only have 18 people that's given us 5 stars, but 80 something.
Star gays.
Not 5 gold star gays. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, someone who's never had sex with a.
Do you know what a platinum star gay is?
No, but I posted saying is find out if Daniel's a gold star gay.
Oh, okay. But do you know what a platinum star gay is?
Platinum star. Platinum's more than gold. So you've just like
never touch a kunani. You had a C-section. You were a C-section baby, and you're gay.
Oh my god! Even like your mom's.
Even your mom.
Are you platinum?
No, I'm gold.
You're tainted a little
I'm a little bit tainted.
Yikes. Wait, that's so funny. You wouldn't even platinum star gays were like, I'm not even going out that door.
Nope.
They go get a knife and slice me the fuck out of here because I'm not
talking to the
sailing
doctor on the end.
Yeah, they're on the walkie-talkies like, I'm gonna need you to get a knife in here. I'm not sailing through a vagina. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
They hang up their phone, throw it.
The little fetus is like.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh my
Star
God.
Gay. There's a lot of like talk about New York City influencers being boring and like annoying. And I think they're just jealous of me.
Yeah, you posted that.
Everyone's so jealous of me.
You're so stupid. You're so stupid. I love, like, you'll make these videos. It's like so serious to the camera. Like, just out of the shower. Like, laying in bed.
I'm
just
like you guys
stop
are
being
really
jealous.
embarrassing. Like, you guys are jealous of me. And like, I want you to keep my name out of your mouth.
Keep my name out of your fucking mouth.
Everyone's talking about how New York City influencers are just like boring and hot and skinny. And it's like, I'm so much more than that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm more than that.
Like, stop being jealous of me.
I have a house in Naples and in Cape Cod.
Yeah, it's just so funny to me to like imagine someone like inserting themselves into that conversation and being like, we are not boring. And it's like, babe, we're not talking about you.
Yeah, it's like people who commented on that obviously like felt hurt about it.
What?
The people who like made reaction videos to
it. Yeah, exactly. Being
they're like, maybe
we are not boring. And it's
maybe
like,
that girl pushed a button.
Yeah, totally. She totally pushed a button.
Yeah.
People got pissed about it.
It's so funny. She had like no followers and then like went viral.
And all she said was like, I'm over them. They're kind of boring. What do you guys think?
But there is a lot of discussion. It's like all of the influencers she's talking about are like skinny white girls.
Right. I saw a lot of black creators being like, that's because you're following the wrong people. Of course they're boring.
Yeah. And then I saw another creator who's like a native New Yorker. She's like this gorgeous black girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, because all of these girls that are here are like transplants. Mm-hmm. They're like, you would never follow, if you followed a native New Yorker who's like also an influencer or a creator like that, like, obviously, they're going to have the vibes.
It's more authentic.
Yeah.
Obviously. I like how the girl who made the initial video responded because there were a lot of people commenting being like, it's because you're not following our people. Like, a lot of the like black women influencers in New York are fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, drop the names, like drop the ads. Let's get it going because we have to be done with like the Hallie Kates of the world.
Yeah.
We just can't.
But it is interesting. It's like they put
even though I recognize that like I'm a white blonde girl. Like, and
I'm
that
a white blonde girl too.
would be me if I had more followers. Like, you know
But
what I
not
mean?
really though, because like you're interesting.
But I'm a comedian. I'm not like influencer.
Right. But like you have like,
I'm different.
no, but you are like, you are interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Yeah,
that there
thank
are
you.
that carbon copy of people when it's like somebody said or creator said New York and boring in the same sentence, like doesn't really go together. It's like, it's because they're like living this like
Cookie cutter.
life
Predictable.
of money, and it makes New York City look like it's like all young, wealthy girls and finance boys, which there is that population, but there's so much more in New York City than like what you see the influencers do on TikTok, like going to get my Birkin and all this like it's like no, like there's actually so much more.
I actually really don't follow a lot of them. So I don't know that they're boring, or I don't know what they do.
I don't
Because
really
it
follow
doesn't
them,
really
a
interest
lot
me,
of
to
them
be
either.
honest. But I believe it.
Yeah. It
Like,
makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. That's tea.
And that's the tea.
And that's the tea.
We're in Florida, and my sister and my parents are like splitting meals. Like, my sister's like, I'll get this one. My brother-in-law's like, oh, I'll get our ice cream. I was like, do you guys want me to get our? They're like, shut up! You can't even pay your taxes. Like, like, oh, you're gonna buy our ice cream? You can't even pay your taxes.
Oh
I'm
my
like, oh my
God.
god. I'm like, thanks, mom. It's so sad, my life. you
No,
know?
it's not.
It's not, but it's just like, yeah.
You have to be. What happened to the beginning of the year when you're like, I'm manifesting my dream life. I'm doing all this. Like, where did that Luisa
Well,
go? You've
you-
just
you
been
know,
beaten down these
I've been
last 3 months.
beaten the down. But then it's like you do your taxes, and it's like you owe the government something that you cannot afford, and you have to go to your mom, and then it's like hard to manifest in that moment and be like, no, I'm rich. Like, mom, can you pay my taxes? Like, it's just a little bit, you know.
Oh my god.
But it's okay because I'll get there someday.
And by someday,
Soon.
today.
Yeah, bitch.
What? Who knows?
And lastly, we went to Harry Potter. Remember we talked about
Oh my God,
we
we
were gonna go to
did.
Harry Potter. That was so fun.
Oh, we should talk about that.
They spit in your face. There's
They-
one where he takes. Okay, this to rewind. We're talking about. We went to Harry Potter 4DX after the last episode we filmed.
Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets. And
Do the thing. Enemy.
wait, what? Oh, enemies of the air, beware. Like, that's what accent? That's not an accent.
It's a Malfoy
That's
accent.
crazy. No, that was Hermione.
Oh,
Enemies of the
duh.
air,
Oh my God, I'm a
beware.
horrible fan.
But I really liked it, and you feel like you're flying. But there was one where he drinks the Skelligro and he spits it out, and like literally my glasses have not been the same since. Swear to God, my glasses are still fogged up. Like,
Because who knows what
what the
is
hell
in
was
that?
it? I was
But
like,
also the two people sitting next to me.
oh yeah.
Okay, so these 40X chairs, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a little row.
Yep.
Because it lifts up and it goes together like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're like sitting
I
on...
thought it was just me and you in a
No,
pod.
but I was sitting next to this like young couple. And by young, I mean like they had to be in high school because...
For sure.
Because what do you mean?
Like, why? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They were like.
I think she was giving him a hand job.
I literally think that he was like fingering her in the
Like
movies.
something, because they had some popcorn and I kept
And
looking
you
over.
kept being like,
look
what am I
over.
supposed to do? And
Yeah.
I would look over and be like, I'm not.
And they were like sucking face. Like
Ew,
while Harry
at
Potter.
at a fucking movie theater. High school's gross, dude.
But think about that, like the Chamber of Secrets is open and somebody else's Chamber of Secrets
Except
is open.
my chamber of semen is open. Harry Potter and my
The
chamber of
Chamber of
semen.
Stop, I don't want to cry.
Yeah, that was kind of gross.
Oh my
High schoolers
God.
are gross. It's like, just go, like, don't be in a movie
No high
theater.
schoolers listen to that because I was checking the analytics. We have like 0.5% 18 and under.
Real 0.5%. Who
Like
is it?
something. Like just don't listen.
Name yourself. Who are you?
It's explicit. You have to be 18 or older to
You
listen
have
to
be
it.
18 or older.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was. I forgot about that, but that was really fun,
Are you watching White Lotus?
dude. I'm kind of bored by it. Nothing happened in the first 3-4 episodes.
It's getting so good.
What what did I miss? I watched like the first 3 and nothing happened.
Well, okay. What's her name?
Yeah.
Deborah or something?
Yeah.
I should whatever.
Did her son show up yet?
No, but she recognized the Greg guy.
Okay, that's a little
That's
bit
like
juicy.
so good. And then like, what's gonna happen with Malfoy? Like, what's gonna happen with him and his finances?
You know what though? How fucking old was he during the Harry Potter thing? Because
Right.
he's not that old right now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
He looks like he has not aged. He must have been
hasn't.
really young during Harry Potter.
Maybe like mid-20s or something. And now he's like,
Really?
probably.
Didn't he look fucking?
But maybe that's like makeup.
Maybe. Because he looks the same
Right.
age. And I'm like, hasn't it been 30 years?
I saw this interview with him where he like was the one that decided that Malfoy was gonna have long blonde hair and like be like a little bit flamboyant with his like dress.
Ooh.
Because they had him like in a suit or something.
no.
And I'm like, no, that doesn't make
No,
sense.
and also it's funny because we had done we took like edibles before, and
Mm-hmm.
so I had never seen Harry Potter in
The theater.
like
Or those-
like not the early
the early ones, yeah.
So I'm like really noticing things that I've never noticed before because it's truly like in your face, and I just obviously was having like funny thoughts, and it's just like so funny that you have these adults like absolutely dunking on these middle
Yes.
schoolers, like the Malfoy's the dad. What's his first name?
Lucius.
Lucius Malfoy is like in the bookstore being like fucking like donking on Harry. It's like that's a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Why are you? Can you imagine
No,
in
or
any
even
other
younger, yeah.
state of life, like some kid's dad is like for real, like fighting these 11-year-olds.
And I didn't realize too, like then he like tries to like poison Hermione by giving her that book.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, Ginny gives that like
Yeah.
the like evil book to Ginny. Like,
like
I'm gonna get this kid and open the Chamber of Secrets.
It's like,
she's
you're a
12.
dad. Yeah.
Like, chill out.
Pick on someone your own age, you fucking
He's
creep.
weird.
It's just like, and why is Snape so like? It's like they're 11 years old.
Yeah.
You know. But that's just, I only noticed that when I was like high because I was having a different like view of it. But it's just funny to think about.
It is funny. I highly recommend. Oh, my brother went and bought a ticket to it. Like after he
So
said that
fun.
we were going to do it. It's so good.
My hips are starting to
I know. I'm like, your hips.
I like my hips.
Your hips are going.
My hips don't lie. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie. New segment alert.
Oh, yes.
Obsession.
New segment
New
alert.
segment alert. Obsessed.
Are we going to call it Obsessed?
So obsessed is what we
Can't-
called it on Need to Know, but that show's done.
Can't stop talking about it.
It's just we're doing a segment about something you're currently obsessed with,
Okay.
and I have a really good one. Do you remember?
So we made this segment because Luisa has the really good
yeah, just literally that's why. But I also think it'll be fun because it'll force us to think of something that it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a show or a movie or a whatever. It can be anything. We'll see how it goes. But I am currently obsessed. Do you remember Alessia Cara? She had like one moment. I believe she won Best New Artist at the Grammys like years ago. And people say there's like a curse where like the Best New Artist never makes it anywhere. I think I've heard that before. But so she kind of disappeared. She released a new album in 2025, and I have been ripping it.
Rip it.
So good. It's pretty much like a no skip album. It's so good. It's called Poetry and Prose and It's like two words. I
The
forget.
Tortured Poets
It's
Department.
called the Tortured Poets Society. No, it's called. Am I just like hanging out of this shirt? No, it's called the whole podcast. It's just a whole block over my whole body. It's called Something Good, but it's so good. Highly recommend listening to it because I got into a slump where I was really bored of all my music, and then I discovered it, and I was like, every song
Good. I love
is
that.
a banger.
I love that.
And she has such a good voice, and it's so like smooth and like she's genuinely a good singer. It's not just like a pop girly. No offense to the pop girlies who can't sing.
Name them.
Like I can't even like
Bleep that out. She could sing.
not like really well though.
She sounds like to me. So what does that say? Anyway,
Cut.
speaking of singers,
Anyways, what are
one thing that I'm obsessed with is Eternal Sunshine Deluxe album.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Announced March 28th.
What does it mean?
So deluxe album just means that she's going to re-release it with all the remixes and everything on it with also like 6 or 7 new songs.
Okay.
Which are like songs that she probably recorded before, whatever. But it's like literally the Oscars ended, which the Oscars happened since we've last been together, and she didn't win, and I was really sad about it.
I was Nope, I'm thinking of the Grammys. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like bummed about the Oscars, but it's okay. We'll get them next year. And anyway, so right after that, she just like flipped from being like
Glinda,
Ariana, the actress, to like, I'm promoting my album again. Like Eternal Sunshine's coming out. And we are actually planning to do like a live reaction of the new songs.
Oh my God, yeah. I know you said that, but I'm envisioning it now and it's going to be so funny.
And she's releasing a short film with it too called, okay, so the deluxe album is called, I should have said this, Eternal Sunshine, Brighter Days Ahead. Mm-hmm. And Brighter Days is the name of the clinic where you can get your memory erased, which is like...
Where? In what
in the world of Eternal Sunshine. Because did you watch We Can't Be Friends, the video? She goes to this thing.
Are you talking about like the Ariana Grande cinematic universe?
Yes.
Because I'm not versed in that.
Okay, but okay. I guess that makes sense.
Like, I'm like, wait, where is this clinic? And like, can I get a ticket? Okay, so it's in the music video. It's part of
So she's Peaches in We Can't Be Friends music video, and she like signs away her rights to get her memory erased. That's what the whole video is about. Wow. We can't be friends. I don't want to remember you anymore.
Yes.
Which plays off of the movie
that.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is what the album is named for.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
It's all connected.
It's all connecting. Yes.
So then she released a number for the Brighter Days Clinic, and You Call It, and that's where she announced, and stay tuned for the Eternal Sunshine Brighter Days deluxe album.
And did you call it, obviously?
Of course, right when it...
Like the second.
I screen recorded the call so you can hear it.
Oh my God.
So I have it forever. But it just recently changed too when they announced more details about it. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So Brighter Days, there's a film. It's called Brighter Days Inc. or something.
Oh, I hope it's good.
And it's like a short film that releases the same time as Eternal Sunshine.
That's awesome.
Brighter Days Ahead.
Like, do you remember how? Yeah.
So we're gonna watch that and react to it, I think, and also listen to the new songs. So we have to figure that out. So like, you might have to be over here at like midnight on Thursday.
That's fine. I can do that.
In 2 weeks.
I'm a baby. I can stay up till midnight.
Yeah.
I'm fucking crazy.
And we're gonna have a special guest.
No, I can definitely do that. We should have like good food and make
just
like
be
a thing
cozy.
of it. Yeah. And it reminds me of like, remember how good Lemonade was? Mm-hmm. So good.
Yeah.
I hope it's like, well, I know it's not going to be to the music, probably the short film.
Probably.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what it is.
Yeah.
Because
we'll see. You have to I guess I'm just so plugged in because I'm like, how have you not seen the poster for it? Like, it looks
You're
so cool.
so extra plugged in though.
I'm like,
I can't even
every outlet I'm plugged into.
Like, have you seen my computer desktop? Like,
Yeah,
I can
true.
only hold so many things in my head right now. Mm-hmm. And like Ariana Grande's new album has not been one of them, but I am
make some
excited.
room.
Yeah, I will make room for it because I do love her.
I know. And I'm just being an obsessed.
I love her.
I know. She's going to be a guest on our podcast one day.
yeah.
So just mark my words.
For sure.
This is another thing that I'm obsessed with.
Luciani. Oh, I love her. I'm so happy you adopted her so that I get to see what these babies look like grown up.
She's so cute.
By the way, really quick announcement. If you listen to this podcast and you're an animal person, Lucy still has siblings up for adoption. And one of them is equally as cute.
Yeah.
The one, Stromboli Bites.
Stromboli Bites.
So, not that the other ones aren't as cute. They are all beautiful dogs, but the coloring, like...
If you want this kind of Rottweiler coloring.
Oh, yeah. If you want a beautiful rescue puppy, exactly like this, there are, honey.
She was a little bit tired.
Hi, honey. There are ones available on Waldo's Rescue Pen.
Please adopt.
Please adopt, don't shop.
Or foster if you can.
Yeah, fostering is so rewarding.
Lucy. Well, anyways, on that note, brighter days ahead for you, hopefully.
Brighter days ahead for me.
Mm-hmm. And brighter days ahead for you. For we. And happy episode 13. Thank you so much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies.
Especially your enemies.
Thank you. And we love you.
And we love you. Thank you so much for listening.
Okay. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.